What if I told you that every time you put on your glasses, your eyes are actually getting weaker? Think about it. You wear them to see clearly, but after a few hours, you take them off and everything looks blurry. Sometimes you even get a dull headache or pressure behind your eyes. That's not a coincidence. It's your eye muscles crying for help. In simple terms, glasses fix your vision temporarily, but slowly teach your eyes to stop working for themselves. The more you rely on them, the less your eyes try, and the weaker they become. But here's the good news. Just like any other muscle in your body, your eyes can be trained, restored, and strengthened. Japanese ophthalmologists discovered something incredible while studying seniors who struggled with worsening eyesight and headaches after removing their glasses. When these seniors started performing a specific series of timed eye movements before bed, their eye strain disappeared, their focusing ability improved, and their dependence on glasses began to fade. These exercises aren't complicated or strange. They simply reactivate blood flow to the optic muscles, relax tension around the lens, and retrain your eyes to focus naturally again. When you move your eyes in certain directions at specific times, you're strengthening the muscles that control focus, depth, and coordination. It's the same principle as physical therapy but applied to your eyesight. In this video, we'll reveal the 5 powerful eye exercises to do every night before bed to sharpen your vision and reduce your need for glasses over time. Stay till the end, because number 3 is clinically proven to boost focusing power by more than 60% in seniors who practiced it for just 2 weeks. References are in the description below. Verified from top ophthalmology and neuroscience journals. Before we dive in, here's a quick question. Do your eyes feel tired when you take them off? Share your answer in the comments. We read and reply to every single one. Now, let's begin with number 5. And it's so simple. You can do it right from your bed tonight. Number 5. The warm palm pressure reset. Let's start with the foundation of eye health that most people completely overlook, relieving the constant tension your eyes carry throughout the day. The warm palm pressure reset isn't just about relaxation. It's about resetting your entire visual system. Your eyes are surrounded by tiny muscles that stay contracted for hours when you're focusing on anything up close, whether that's reading, using your phone, or watching TV. This chronic tension reduces blood flow and creates a cascade of problems that worsen your vision over time. To perform this exercise, you'll first need to create heat in your palms by rubbing them together vigorously for about 15 seconds until they feel genuinely warm. This warmth is crucial because heat increases blood vessel dilation, allowing more oxygen and nutrients to reach your eye tissues. Now cup your palms gently over your closed eyes without pressing on the eyeballs themselves. Your palms should rest on the bones around your eyes, creating a dark, warm cave for your eyes to rest in. The key here is maintaining this position for a full 90 seconds while taking slow, deep breaths. Research from the Tokyo Medical University showed that this simple technique reduces intraocular pressure by an average of 18%, which is significant because high eye pressure is linked to glaucoma and other serious vision problems. While your eyes are covered, you want to consciously relax every muscle in your face, starting from your forehead and working down to your jaw. Many people don't realize they're holding tension in their face all day long, and this facial tension directly affects eye strain. The warmth from your palms triggers something called the parasympathetic nervous response, which is your body's natural relaxation system. This shift from stress mode to rest mode allows your eye muscles to finally let go of the chronic tension they've been holding. For maximum benefit, you should do this exercise twice before bed, once at the beginning of your routine and once at the end. The study participants who saw the best results were those who held the position for 90 seconds, took a 30-second break, and then repeated it. The darkness created by your palms also triggers the production of rhodopsin, the protein in your eyes that helps you see in low light conditions. Many seniors struggle with night vision, and this simple exercise can help restore some of that lost ability. As you prepare to move to the next exercise, Take a moment to notice how your eyes feel different, almost like they've taken a deep breath. Before we go further, hit like and subscribe with the bell on, because what's coming next could save your health. Number 4. The Figure 8 Flow. Now we're moving into dynamic eye movements that specifically target the 6 extraocular muscles controlling your eye movements. The Figure 8 Flow exercise might seem simple, but it's based on complex neuroscience that shows how coordinated eye movements can actually rewire your brain's visual processing centers. When you trace figure 8s with your eyes, you're forcing them through their full range of motion in a controlled, smooth pattern that most people haven't done since childhood. Start by sitting comfortably and imagining a large figure 8 lying on its side about 8 feet in front of you. The figure should be about 2 feet wide in your imagination. Now slowly trace this figure 8 with your eyes, following the imaginary line as smoothly as possible without moving your head. The critical part is maintaining a steady, flowing movement without any jerky motions or pauses. You'll do this 5 times in one direction, then switch and do 5 times in the opposite direction. A fascinating study from the Beijing Institute of Ophthalmology found that people who performed this exercise nightly showed a 27% improvement in eye tracking ability, which directly translates to better reading speed and reduced eye fatigue. The reason this works so well is that it exercises all 6 eye muscles in a coordinated pattern, something that rarely happens in our modern lifestyle where we mostly look straight ahead at screens. These muscles include the superior and inferior rectus, which move your eyes up and down, the medial and lateral rectus for side movements, and the superior and inferior oblique muscles that handle rotational movements. When these muscles work together in the figure 8 pattern, they're strengthening their coordination and improving the neural pathways between your eyes and brain. The smoothness of the movement is crucial because it trains your eyes to track moving objects better, which is essential for activities like driving, especially at night when following the movement of other cars becomes more challenging. Many seniors report that after doing this exercise regularly, they feel more confident driving at dusk or in rainy conditions because their eyes can track movement more effectively. To get maximum benefits, you should perform this exercise in different sizes, starting with a large figure 8 and gradually making it smaller, which challenges your fine motor control. The participants in the Beijing study who showed the most improvement were those who varied the size and speed of their figure 8s, spending about 3 minutes total on this exercise. Some people find it helpful to use their finger as a guide at first, holding it out and moving it in the figure 8 pattern while their eyes follow, then gradually doing it without the finger guide. The neuroplasticity triggered by this exercise means your brain is literally creating new neural pathways for visual processing, which is why consistency is so important. Get ready for the next exercise, which targets a completely different aspect of your vision. Number 3. The Near-Far Focus Shift. This exercise directly addresses the number 1 complaint among seniors: difficulty switching focus between different distances, especially when looking up from reading to see something across the room. The Near-Far Focus Shift exercise is based on groundbreaking research from the American Academy of Ophthalmology that showed how the ciliary muscles controlling your lens become rigid with age, but can be retrained with specific exercises. Your lens needs to constantly change shape to focus on objects at different distances, and this ability, called accommodation, naturally declines with age. However, the decline isn't inevitable or irreversible as we once thought. To perform this exercise, you'll need 2 focal points: your thumb held about 10 inches from your face and an object across the room at least 20 feet away, like a picture on the wall or a doorknob. Start by focusing on your thumb for 5 seconds, really concentrating on seeing the fine details like your fingerprint or the lines in your skin. Then shift your focus to the distant object, again taking 5 full seconds to let your eyes fully adjust and see the details clearly. The key is not to rush this transition, but to consciously feel your eye muscles working to change focus. You'll repeat this cycle 20 times, which takes about 3.5 minutes total. The University of Sydney conducted a remarkable study where participants who did this exercise every night for 12 weeks improved their focusing speed by 41% and reported significantly less eye strain when reading. The science behind this is fascinating because you're essentially doing resistance training for your ciliary muscles, just like you do bicep curls for your arms. These tiny muscles surround your lens and contract or relax to change its shape, allowing you to focus at different distances. With age and constant near work like reading or screen time, these muscles get stuck in one position and lose their flexibility. This exercise forces them through their full range of motion, breaking up the rigidity and restoring flexibility. The participants who saw the best results were those who gradually increased the challenge by bringing their thumb closer over time, starting at 10 inches and working down to 6 inches over several weeks. This progressive training approach ensures continuous improvement rather than plateauing. Another crucial aspect is breathing properly during the exercise, taking a deep breath during each focus shift, which increases oxygen flow to your eye tissues. Some people experience mild dizziness when first starting this exercise because their visual system isn't used to working this hard, but this typically resolves within a few days as your eyes get stronger. The beauty of this exercise is that you can do it anywhere, anytime, not just before bed, though doing it as part of your nighttime routine ensures consistency. Many seniors report that after a few weeks of this exercise, they need their reading glasses less frequently for medium-distance tasks like cooking or using the computer. Time to move on to an exercise that works a different but equally important aspect of your vision. Number 2. The peripheral expansion technique. Here's something shocking. We lose up to 30% of our peripheral vision by age 70, and most people don't even notice until it significantly impacts their daily life. The peripheral expansion technique is designed to reverse this decline by activating and strengthening the rod cells in your retina that are responsible for side vision. This exercise is based on research from the Massachusetts Eye and Ear Institute that showed peripheral vision can be improved at any age with targeted exercises. Your peripheral vision isn't just about seeing things to the side. It's crucial for balance, spatial awareness, and safety, especially when walking or driving. To perform this exercise, sit comfortably and look straight ahead at a fixed point on the wall. Now, without moving your eyes from that central point, raise both hands out to your sides at shoulder height with your index fingers extended. Slowly wiggle your fingers while keeping your eyes locked on the central point, and try to detect the movement in your peripheral vision. Start with your hands where you can barely see the movement, then slowly move them further back until you can't detect the wiggling anymore. Once you find that limit, bring your hands forward just enough to barely see the movement again, and hold this position for 30 seconds while maintaining focus on the central point. This is your current peripheral boundary, and you're going to work on expanding it. Now comes the training part. Move your hands back just beyond where you can see them, then slowly bring them forward until you detect movement, then push them back again. Repeat this in and out movement 20 times, trying to detect the movement a little further back each time. The key is to really concentrate on expanding your awareness without moving your eyes from the center point. A study published in the Journal of Vision Science showed that seniors who performed this exercise nightly increased their peripheral visual field by an average of 22 degrees within 6 weeks, which is a massive improvement that can make a real difference in daily life. The reason this works is that you're training both your rod cells and the visual processing areas of your brain that interpret peripheral information. Most of our daily activities only use our central vision, so the peripheral system gets weaker from lack of use. This exercise forces your brain to pay attention to and strengthen these neglected neural pathways. For maximum benefit, you should perform this exercise at different heights, not just at shoulder level. Try it with your hands above your head, at waist level, and even down by your knees, as this trains your entire peripheral field. The participants in the study who showed the most improvement were those who spent 5 minutes total on this exercise, working through all different angles. You can make this exercise even more effective by using small flashlights or phone lights in a darkened room, as the rod cells responsible for peripheral vision are more sensitive to light changes than to movement. Some people find it helpful to have a partner randomly move objects in their peripheral field while they maintain central focus, adding an element of unpredictability that enhances the training effect. This exercise not only improves your peripheral vision, but also enhances your overall spatial awareness and can reduce the risk of falls by helping you better detect obstacles in your side vision. Now it's time for the most powerful exercise of all. Number 1. The crystalline lens flexibility protocol. This is it, the exercise that changed everything in vision research when scientists at Stanford University discovered its incredible ability to reverse presbyopia, the age-related loss of near vision that makes almost everyone need reading glasses after 40. The crystalline lens flexibility protocol works by combining micro-movements with sustained focusing challenges that literally reshape how your lens responds to focusing demands. This isn't just about exercising your eye muscles. It's about retraining the lens itself to regain its youthful flexibility. The protocol starts with something called micro-shifting, where you'll need a book or newspaper with regular-sized print. Hold the reading material at the closest distance where you can still read it clearly, even if it's slightly blurry. Now, instead of just reading normally, you're going to move the text in tiny circles, about the size of a dime, while trying to maintain focus on one word. These micro-movements force your lens to constantly adjust and readjust, breaking up the rigid patterns it has developed over years. Do this circular movement for 30 seconds, then switch to a figure-8 pattern for another 30 seconds, and finally a side-to-side motion for 30 seconds. The Stanford study found that this specific combination of movements increased lens flexibility by 37% in just 8 weeks. But here's where it gets really interesting. After the micro-movements, you're going to do something called progressive defocus training. Slowly move the text closer to your face until it becomes blurry. Then hold it there for 10 seconds while trying to bring it into focus through effort alone, not by moving the text. Then move it back to clear distance, rest for 5 seconds, and repeat. Do this 10 times, trying to get a little closer each time before it becomes blurry. This trains your lens to push beyond its current limitations, similar to progressive overload in strength training. The participants who showed an 83% reduction in reading glasses dependence were those who combined this with a specific breathing pattern, inhaling as they brought the text closer and exhaling as they moved it back. This breathing pattern increases oxygen flow to the ciliary muscles and helps them work more effectively. The final component of this protocol is sustained edge focusing, where you find the exact distance where text just starts to become blurry and hold the reading material there for 2 full minutes while maintaining maximum effort to keep it clear. This sustained challenge forces your lens to maintain flexibility under pressure, strengthening its endurance, as well as its range of motion. Your eyes might water during this part, which is actually beneficial as tears contain nutrients that nourish your lens and cornea. The complete protocol takes about 7 minutes total, and the key to success is consistency and progressive challenge. Start with larger print if needed and gradually work down to smaller text as your lens flexibility improves. Some participants in the study reported being able to read their phone without glasses for the first time in years after just 6 weeks of nightly practice. The protocol works because it addresses all 3 components of lens flexibility: range of motion, strength, and endurance. The micro-movements improve range of motion, the progressive defocus builds strength, and the sustained edge focusing develops endurance. Together, they create a comprehensive training program for your lens that reverses years of declining flexibility. The researchers also found that doing this exercise right before bed led to better results than doing it at other times, possibly because the relaxation of sleep allows the lens to better integrate the training adaptations. These 5 exercises form a complete vision training system that addresses every aspect of age-related vision decline. The beauty is that they work together synergistically, each one enhancing the effects of the others. Together, they take less than 20 minutes, a small investment for potentially saving thousands of dollars on glasses, contacts, and future vision treatments. The key to success is consistency. Doing these exercises every single night before bed, not just when you remember or feel like it. Your vision didn't decline overnight, and it won't improve overnight either, but with dedication, you can see remarkable improvements within weeks. Start tonight. Be patient with yourself and prepare to be amazed at what your eyes are still capable of achieving. If you've got any questions or thoughts, drop them in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks so much for watching.